Okay, folks. I thought I'd just do a follow-up video. So, just jumped out the shower and I've been reading and replying to some comments, right? Now, the thing is, we all know that after reading the Google document on Belton and kind of knowing the guy a little bit, right? We kind of get the idea that he's a bit unhinged and he's a bit of an idiot. The point of the video was not to do an expose on Belton or prove who was right and wrong, right? If I wanted to do that, the title of the video would have had Belton in the title. The point of the video was to show to my people who primarily watch my PoE build guides or Gears of War that there's actually a lot that goes on behind the scenes in Path of Exile that you're probably not aware of. And the very simple answer to all of this, and what people maybe seem to be missing here, is it really doesn't matter. And it's not about, oh, why are you giving out life advice? This guy, Ceiling WG, right? He left a big comment saying, you're not understanding, he's doxed the guy, this is terrible. Listen, I understand that Belton is a public figure. And if he's acting like this in his messages and he's acting like this in to people, you're entirely within your right to go ahead and post online and say this guy's acting like a complete prat. Probably wouldn't support him. Probably wouldn't give him any money. You know, just be wary before you join his team. This is what it's going to be like. Fair enough. What I'm trying to say is to the people like Seattle here that just commented, is when you're putting up comments such as this, James Belton has publicly accused him of faking cancer. Now, that sounds really bad, doesn't it? But here's the situation. James Belton has accused his wife of faking cancer. So, what do we now do? Do we go and say that James Belton is the worst person on earth? Well, the guy could be faking cancer. His wife could be faking cancer. We don't know, do we? We haven't had any proof. And my whole reason for the video is, if we're getting to a point where somebody is going to have to get their wife's medical documents to prove to some dude online who's being unhinged that his wife actually has a rare form of blood cancer, what the hell are we doing? That's why my advice was, if it ever gets to this stage, you know, maybe it's time we just take a step back and we say, you know what? I've seen this guy. He's been a bit of an idiot since day one to me, since Crucible League. I shouldn't give him any more currency. Now listen, I'm not saying it's this guy's fault, but what I'm trying to say is, if a guy has been a complete arse to you, don't give him all your currency, alright? Don't give him your currency, because that doesn't really make much sense. And I'm not saying that because he gave him some currency, he deserves what happened to him. Obviously not. Well, that's not what we're saying. But what we're saying is sometimes we've got to hold our hands up and go, yeah, that was a bit of a dumb maneuver. I knew the guy was an arse and shouldn't have carried on working with him. You know, the end. Doing thousands of pages of exposés and hour-long video clips and all of this, right? I'm trying to show to my audience what goes on behind the scene and how crazy it can be to simply make a mirror item. And I personally think I showed that. So I'm not going to apologize for my opinion. I stand by my opinion. I wouldn't have put it up there if I didn't believe in my own opinion. You know, so you can argue at me in the comments or whatever, but the facts are, I truly believe he was right to go and do an expose or whatever. He probably should have just kept it to the bare minimum facts and said, hey, this guy did this and this, he doxed me and he got banned. He was incredibly rude in the messages. He's not a very polite person, not very nice to work with. But going so crazy, it just makes me go, whoa, you both need to step out of the game, right? So listen, yeah, I just think it was a ridiculous situation. And it just goes to show that when you're buying a mirror item, which is the whole point of the video, you have no idea what's going on. For example, the mirrored items in the past, there was like a big war going on with vultures, sniping vivid vultures and controlling the market, and TFT getting drama and back and forth, and Belton was involved in the TFT drama. Then there was, like, what I'm trying to say is, listen, there's a lot that goes into PoE. It's pretty crazy, okay? So you don't have to come at me and say, oh, mate, I can't believe you gave that opinion. My opinion is, bloody hell, it's a little bit crazy. I think we should all just chill out, okay? Now, he's right to publicly expose the guy because he's making money off his Twitch account. He's making money off subscribers, off YouTubers, and maybe people aren't aware of the kind of person he is. Okay, but I'm just merely showcasing how crazy it is behind the scenes of making a mirror item. So, there we go.